Hey guys, it's Frank from Cruising with Wheels. Find out how Delilah the Wonder Dog saved us from being devoured one night and kept us alive so we can go on our next cruise this November in this Tales from the High Seas. I'm going to tell you the story of what happened last Thursday. It was a regular Thursday. Kevin got home from work a little early, about 6-ish, and it was a regular night. He picked up Taco Bell on the way home. You know, we had Taco Bell. Bad Frank had Taco Bell. Not good for the diet. But I was tired, so I said, okay, whatever. And he took me down that horrible road of fast food. But anyways, we watched some TV. He was falling asleep, and about 9:30, the puppies went outside to do their business, and we went up to bed. So we're in bed a little after 9:30, and as usual, Kevin's head hits the pillow, and he's out. Okay, similar to Cece. You know, she's out too. And so we kind of fall asleep. It always takes me a little longer to fall asleep than it does him. And I think it was about 11:30, so a couple hours later, all of a sudden, Delilah jumps off the bed. Now, you know, I'm a light sleeper, so I'm always feeling the dogs move around the bed, any moans or whimpers, or maybe they're having a little nightmare, and I'm always attuned. You know, when you have kids, you know, you never sleep soundly. You know, those who are parents, who have children, know what I'm talking about. So now, sometimes she gets off the bed. Now, we have pee pads on the floor at the foot of the bed, just for this purpose, because sometimes she jumps off and, you know, she has to do her business. And she's a very good girl about that. So I immediately grab my mini flashlight, which I have by my bedside. And those of you who know, we take our little mini flashlights with us when we go on our cruise. So I get the flashlight and I turn it on. And I usually, you know, I want to see what she's doing and where she is. I want to make sure she's on the pee pad. And I look, and she's at the door. She's at the bedroom door, like, you know, somebody's on the other side. And I said, Delilah, what are you doing? And she looks at me, and I kind of moved the flashlight around, and I thought I saw something fly through the room. And I was like, what the hell? You know, and, you know, I have to say, you know, in all, you know, transparency, that sometimes I see things that aren't there, okay? So, you know, a lot of times I have nightmares, and I see things that aren't there, and Kevin has to kind of grab me as I'm attempting to get out of bed and shouldn't, and I'm yelling about something that is standing in front of me or flying around or whatever, and he's always, you know, I wake him up with my screaming, you know, and he's all like, oh, what's going on? And he's like, no, you know, don't, get back in bed, get back in bed. No, you're just having a nightmare. So, in all transparency, I have to admit that I do see things that aren't there, you know, because it's at night, because I've been sleeping or having a nightmare, and my medication is involved in all of that. So it's a crazy combination of what goes on in our bedroom, sometimes with some screaming, and it's not what you think it is. It's me having a nightmare. But I'm seeing something fly, and I start with the flashlight, and I'm really like, what is this? Yeah, and there's some dark thing waving through our room. And I start to freak out, okay? And so I grab my cane, which is always by my bedside. Now, I have this old wooden cane and I use, and it's my transport cane. And it helps me and Kevin transport out of the bed, into the wheelchair, out of the wheelchair, into, wherever I need to go. This is my little helper, and I have a nicer one, a nice gray metal one that I travel with when we go on our cruises that helps me and Kevin do the transport. So I'm on the bed, and I've got my cane, right? And I start screaming, and I'm like, there's something in our room! There's something in our room! Well, Kevin is like, jolts up, out of a sound sleep, probably thinking, oh God, now what is he going on about? And I'm screaming, there's something in our room! There's something in our room! And I'm on the bed with my cane, okay, like I'm ready to do some, judo, jujitsu, ninja, whatever, twirling. And now he doesn't have his glasses on, okay, because they're on his side table. And I'm screaming, and I got the flashlight and the cane, and, I'm going like this trying to hit whatever's in our room. And he's yelling, I forgot I don't know what he was yelling. And he was like, turn the light off, turn the light off. And I'm not even listening to turn the light off because I'm like, light on, and I'm going to beat whatever it is. And I'm thinking to myself, it's a bird. And you're thinking, what is a bird doing in my bedroom? And how could that possibly be? Because the door to the bedroom has been closed all day. Okay, it's been hot, it's been humid for, the last month. So the central air has been on in the house. And because it's generally warmer upstairs in the bedrooms and the offices, we keep the door to the bedroom closed so that we keep it cooler. Because here in the family room, it's always freezing. But as you get up to the bedroom, it's always warmer. So door closed. And I'm thinking, he came home, he went upstairs, went into the bedroom, changed his clothes into his, jammies, closed the door, came downstairs, we had our Taco Bell. How does a bird get in our bedroom? So he starts screaming, it's a bat. It's a bat. And I'm like, what? I'm waving my cane. And he goes, shut the light off. I got to get my glasses. I can't see. And he's screaming like he's practically crying. And I'm like, all I want to do is kill whatever's in the room. He's like on the floor now, okay, because he's off the bed, on the floor. He's got Delilah because, she's crazy. And, I have to say, in her lifetime, she's killed at least 8 squirrels, okay, at the other house where we lived and here at the new house. Now, you all know how fast squirrels are. But let me tell you, Delilah the Wonder Dog, okay, she is always on patrol. And I swear to God that when she's here sitting in the window, she can sense a squirrel farting from across the street. Okay? Because she's always on the prowl. Now, Cece, on the other hand, during this whole event, is still sleeping. Okay? We all could have been murdered in our sleep, and Cece would just be out like a light. So I finally listened to Kevin, and I turned the flashlight off, and still I can see this dark thing floating through the room. I'm pretty sure now I'm not having a nightmare. And Kevin finally gets his glasses as he's doing the crawl on the floor to the table, and he's trying to hold Delilah, because we don't want her to get a hold of it, whatever it is. I'm sure it's bad, and she should not have it in her mouth. So he puts his glasses on, and he said to me later that when he was trying to get his glasses, whatever it was swooped down right to his face. And he was dive bombing us. As I was waving my cane trying to whack it. And it was like right there. Now, Kevin can see. He can see in front of him. And he cannot see anything far away. Like, he cannot see me. He cannot see anything in the room. I, on the other hand, can see everything that's going on, but I can't see 5-6 inches in front of me. Like, I'm looking right now at my hand, and right now my one hand appears to be like a dozen little things. I don't know what it is, and I can't read anything, but I sure can see what's going on over there. So he gets his glasses on, and he's like, "It's a bat! It's a bat!" And I'm like, "A bat? How the hell does a bat get in our room?" So flashlight on, bedroom light on, and it is this giant bat, like this giant pterodactyl dinosaur bat, flying through our room. Well, I'm on the bed, and I'm whacking. I'm like super ninja. And I'm like, and I must have hit that bat a couple of times, and it went into the curtains. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So it's like, whack the curtains and get it going. So he whacks the curtains, comes out again, and I'm still there doing woo, 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 ninja, psycho man. And I whacked it, and it fell to the ground. And I'm like, yeah, biatch. Whack. So it was a giant bat, okay, in our room. We could have been killed, or at least bitten, or whatever. We're like, oh my God. So Kevin's like freaking out. And I'm like, we're looking at each other like this is all unbelievable. Now, we've been in this house for 3 years. We have never had anything more than some ants, at the beginning of the spring season. There's always ants in the house. But we never had any mice, or rats, or bats, or birds, or whatever. I mean, we had a baby skunk in the backyard, which Delilah killed, and the 2 puppies got sprayed, and that was a whole ordeal. I won't go into that. Well, that was a nightmare. But we've never, how does a bat get in your house? So we go down, we get all these plastic shopping bags and stuff, and he's covering his hands with them, and he's got whatever, he's scooping it up into the little trash bags, and deactivates the house alarm, goes out and dumps it into the trash bin. And it's like, all dead and folded up. It's like this big, but, wingspan is like that. And you could see its brown, hairy face. It was just the creepiest thing. Well, we are now freaked out, because by now it's like midnight, and we're like, we ain't going back to sleep. So we go into the office, because we just need to, get this crap out of our heads. There's no way we're just like, oh yeah, turn the light off, let's go back to bed. We are freaked out. So, I get on the computer, and I'm on Facebook, and, seeing all you crazy people, you're still up, and everybody's chitty-chatting and commenting and stuff like that. And I'm checking YouTube comments, and, well, he's on his computer, and he's looking at bats and everything about bats and bats getting into your house. And, I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm looking up the bat. I'm like, why are you still occupying your mind with bats? Isn't the reason why we're in here to get our minds off of the bats? But he's like, no. So he's researching about, you can pay, people paying $5,000, $8,000 to try to seal up their house from the outside. And it doesn't matter. Bats can just, through the sliver of a crack, get in your house. And he's reading stories about how, bats can be in your house for years and you not even be aware of it. And so we're figuring out that the bats probably got through cracks in the outside of the house where the eaves are, and they get in the upper crawl spaces or whatever in your attic, and they get in your walls. And you know what? It had to get through the walls and get into our vents for our air conditioning and heating. And it just came out of the little vent in the wall under the window. There is no other way that that bat could have gotten into our bedroom. No way at all. And then we're thinking, well, when did that happen? And how long has that bat been in our room? Okay, nobody wants to think about that. So now it's about 1:30, and we're getting tired. And he's like, oh, I got to work tomorrow. It's Friday. I got to get back to sleep. So we get back to bed, and of course, typical Kevin, head hits the pillow. He's out. And I'm like, well, lucky you. I'm on my back like this. The lights are off. And, we do have a night light. And it's plugged in when you walk in. But it's kind of behind the little table we have as you walk in our bedroom. So, but you do have a subtle glow, right? Well, I'm in bed, okay, on my back. And I'm still freaked out. And I'm exhausted. But I just can't close my eyes, because I'm petrified I'm going to see another bat flying through the room. And I'm literally probably got the cane, and I'm lying down like this, ready to, go into ninja attack mode. But eventually, I fall asleep. But as I'm tossing and I'm turning, and I'm hoping that if any other bat is there or whatever, Delilah is going to go into alert attack mode, is what she usually does. Because I'm telling you, there could be the smallest little ladybug on the rug here, and these two are on it like white on rice. They just know that there's something in the room. So, even when our cats were alive, rest in peace, Abby and Baby, they too were just on whatever they knew something was in the house. So we're kind of lucky that we've got the two dogs, because at least, when someone's not asleep, they're on what's currently going on in the house. So I never have to worry. I mean, Delilah's always barking. Anyone walking by the house, driving by the house, looking at the house, wherever, she is at the window barking like a fool. So, this house, even if we didn't have the alarm system we have Delilah, the alarm dog. So she saved us from being attacked and devoured in the middle of the night. And so, thank you, Delilah. We are now able to go on our cruise in November on the NCL getaway for Kevin's 44th birthday. You saved your daddies. Yes, you did, and we love you. Well, we love you too, Cece. But you should have been awake for all of this. But we won't hold it against you. You are a year older. So, that's the story I wanted to tell you. Now, ever since then, it's now been, over a week. And we're still kind of, at least I know I'm freaked now. Every time we go to bed, we get into the room, we're beating the curtains, we're slapping the pillows, we're shaking the comforter, we're looking around, making sure nothing's hiding or hanging or whatever. I don't want any more bats in our bedroom. Hoping that it was just a once-in-a-lifetime incident. But I know that I will be forever scarred by the bats in the belfry of our bedroom. So, that's the story I wanted to bring to you. We will be on the getaway in November with our good friends Dave and Darlene. And those of you who we've been talking to online, we will see you there as well. So, on behalf of Kevin and myself from Cruising with Wheels, I want to remind you, you go to this YouTube channel and you hit that subscribe button. And remember, we're also on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And don't forget to travel safe and cruise often.